Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to read this comment to you guys that I found this morning and then we're going to come back and discuss it. This comment comes from a post that I made last week and it was in regards to women thinking that I don't have empathy and how I respond to these viral stories that we talk about. Okay, so she says her issue is not lack of empathy. It is that sometimes your rhetoric and language is shaming. It is not brutal honesty. You do it for entertainment and sensationalism and gotcha moments that our society and the algorithm want because it makes people take sides and be mad. She is objectively right. You don't lack empathy. You and Lisa. I think Lisa is worse myself, and I don't watch her for that reason. Do shame women. You could stop and keep the empathy if you sincerely consider the comment and how women are constantly pitted against each other and calling people pick me's as an example also does not help women at all. As you said, empathy doesn't. Which brings me to this other content that I found. I'm convinced that a lot of women will not change until we withdraw our empathy, sympathy, and compassion and all the stats too, because a lot of women use it to validate their bad choices. Every time I've heard a woman say it takes 7 tries to leave an abusive relationship, it's because she was in one and she was using that stat to convince herself that it's okay to stay because she hasn't tried to leave 7 times yet. Some women look for every excuse not to leave, not to do better. And that really hit the nail on the head for me. I'm so glad that I came across that comment because I was already thinking it and I kept scrolling and then I came across that one. I'm like, this is perfect. Okay. Here's the thing. First and foremost, if you believe that myself, Lisa, and Gwen, or whoever on our podcast, on our platforms, if you believe that we shame women, I don't know why you would even follow us. That makes absolutely no sense. As a woman, I would not follow someone who I think is putting me as a person, but us as a group in a worse situation. Or if it's crap that I just don't agree with, or if I don't like your tone or whatever it is, I'm just not going to follow you. Right. And you have the right, you reserve the right to unfollow. Here's the thing. This is the problem that I have with this whole you're shaming women. In order for you to even begin to work on a problem, you have to first admit what the problem is. The moment we admit what the problem is, the first thing y'all like to say is, oh, but you're shaming people. Oh, you have no empathy. But if you're saying that, it's not helping us. It's not helping women. It's making things worse. Okay. They just started loading my truck. Okay, though. So it's like, do you want us to address the problem or not? Some of us have our own delivery, our own ways that we deliver our content. And you either resonate with the way someone delivers the content or you don't. A lot of people unfollow Princella, and I use her as a perfect example because a lot of women said they didn't like her delivery. They didn't like that she was calling women dumb and stupid and whatever else. Even though many of those same women were getting called all types of bitches and hoes by their boyfriends and husbands, and they're still with them. They still stay with them for X amount of years. But it's like when you actually have somebody who actually is trying to help you by giving you the information, you can call her a grifter or whatever if you want to. The information is still correct. The information is something that you still need to be taken in. Now, if you don't want to, that's your business. The only person you're going to hurt in the long run is yourself. I say this all the time. You're not hurting me. But for her to say that I'm doing it for shock value or so, I can't remember which word she used. She said something like sensationalism or entertainment. I am a content creator, but this is not for entertainment because nothing about sharing horrible decision making that women are doing out here, nothing about that entertains me. So I don't know where you would get that from. It doesn't make any sense. Some things are entertainment, but not when it comes to like women that are getting abused or women who are unalived or women who are left to be a single mother. Like that's not entertainment to me. But if you take it that way, I don't understand why you would be following me. The My high-low driver is reckless. Anyway, long story. I'm okay for those of you who are wondering if I'm fine, because I've had some concerns in the past, like, oh my God, are you okay in there? Yeah, I'm fine. The second comment was saying that we probably do need to withdraw our empathy because it gives women an excuse to stay in situations. It helps to validate their delusions. And unfortunately, being on social media for the last few years, I've come to see how true that was. And I would say before I became a content creator, I thought it was true like maybe 10% of the time. Now I know it's true like 90% of the time. So like my perspective has greatly changed because women are just using these excuses to stay with these men because they don't want to grow, they don't want to reach their fullest potential, they don't want to be better. A lot of these women are no better than a lot of these men, unfortunately, when it comes to wanting to change and be a better person. They'll make excuses. Okay, so I'm going to tell y'all like this: feel free to unsubscribe, because if you think that I'm going to sugarcoat or baby you or hold your hand, or that I'm going to Sesame Street women through all the things that we're going through, I am not. I don't even think I could be paid to do it, right? Because it would be so far removed for who I am as a person. Like, I am very blunt. You can either handle it or you can't. I am not here to hold your hand. I am not here to say, please don't unsubscribe. I will be the first person to tell you to unsubscribe. When one goes, 100 more come. I'm not tripping. Okay. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm saying that because it's facts. I'm not finna argue with y'all about it. Um, if you don't like me, if you don't like the content, if you don't like my delivery, then just go. It doesn't make sense why you would be here. It's just like the men who come to my comment sections who literally wait for me to post a video, because they're literally under every freaking video since I've been on YouTube or TikTok. They're waiting for me to drop content so they can come and argue with me. And it's like, why do you still watch me? So I'm going to ask you ladies, the original commenter, and all the other women out there who feel the same way, why are you here? The one thing no one will ever get me to do is change who I am. Can I change and be a better person? Absolutely. I'm working on that every day. But thinking I'm about to Sesame Street shit to people, to grown ass individuals, it's not going to happen. Okay. I do think that at some point we probably do need to bring back shame to some degree, even though I don't really feel like I'm shaming women. But I'll say this: if I wanted to shame women, I would drag women by their baby hairs on a daily basis. My ability to drag, a lot of y'all have no idea, because I never want that side of me to come out on social media, because it would directly be going against my message. Okay. If you ever come across me in real life, like at a dinner party, and some women come for me, y'all will be absolutely shocked at the things that can come out of my mouth. Then you would be able to say I'm shaming women. Okay. Capiche? I hope we're clear on that. You have no idea. You have no idea. So in my mind, I'm not dragging or shaming anybody. Okay. However, I am not totally against bringing shame back in some instances, because I feel like that might be the only way to get some of these women to wake up. Maybe. I don't know. Let's try it for a couple years and see. Maybe. I don't know. Right. I personally don't care one way or the other. What I'm doing is putting the information out there. I'm giving you guys my perspective. You either take it or leave it. Doesn't matter to me one way or the other. I would love to see us live in a matriarchy. I would love to see us come together as a group, the way we should be anyways, in a community. That's how it should be. I would love to see that. But if that doesn't happen in my lifetime, I can go to my grave knowing I try my best. I played my part, and that's all I could do. Okay. But yeah, for those of you other people out there who feel like, oh, she's just shaming people or she's doing this for entertainment, then don't watch me. Don't look at me. Seriously. Do y'all know what I do when I come across content that I don't like? I swipe. And I don't know why y'all don't do this. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to just tell you to unsubscribe from me. unsubscribe, and make sure you click not interested. That way I won't show up on your timeline at all. Because I do that for red pill channels and pick me channels. That was another thing. Her saying that we call women pick me's is shaming. Listen, if you're a pick me, just say that. I am always going to call a pick me a pick me. I am going to go, y'all will see me being dragged to my grave calling a pick me a pick me. I will wake up and sit up in my casket and call a pick me as my last words. That will never stop. If you don't want to be called a pick me, stop being a fucking pick me. It's that simple. If you don't want to stop being a pick me, you can't get mad that that's what we're going to call you. We don't have a problem calling a man a loser if he's a loser. We don't have a problem calling some man an abuser if he's an abuser. If he's a catechile, we'll call these men all, you're a cheater, you're a liar, and you're a cheat, right? We can say that to men. But if a woman is out here being a pick me, now all of a sudden we need to stop. No. Not going to happen over here. Leave now. Leave while you're ahead. Because my delivery won't change. And I can guarantee you that if it does, it will change for the worse, if anything. So it's up to you. No one's going to pay me any money out of being my authentic self. Talk me out of it. Nothing. Not going to happen. The moment somebody offers me something and the strings attached is that I can't be me, I'm going to decline in 2 seconds. Okay. Same goes for my YouTube channel, my podcast, our podcast. Don't really give a damn. So again, I'm going to tell you unsubscribe and hit not interested. Okay. Okay. So all I got to say about that. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Hit subscribe or unsubscribe, whichever you choose. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.
All together, girls. 1, 2, 3. Fuck these men on the internet. They don't know what they want, but they will see what they can get. Oh, go and waste your one and only precious life while pretending not to have a full receding hairline. So keep your eyes on his hairline and your hand on your drink. For all you know, he is a psychopath. He'll leave you on red, and he won't care if you're dead. And the psychics on TikTok are